Hello there. Welcome. So, I don't know if any of you have seen this magazine. It's called Positive Life. And so it's in every health food shop in the country, more or less, and it's free. The way they say it is priceless, which is very sweet. So, in the second last page, there is me. I know I put the ad in, but it's still really exciting when I see my stuff in a real magazine. I'm like, oh, look at that, look. Also, there's this thing on the back page which is very interesting. There's this thing that Positive Life do. Here it is, this image, and it's the Positive Life presents Positive Nights, holistic events now on Zoom. And so they have this positive club, and they have these raise your positive vibe podcasts and events live streamed to you. It looks really good. So check it out. Today, based on the requests that have been coming in, I am focusing a little bit more, we always do, but a little bit more into the neck, and then definitely big time into our hamstrings today. So the hamstrings are the back of your leg and into your bum. And so go gently, because these have a tendency to be tight. I remember somebody saying to me once that one of the reasons why this area, the back of our thighs, are so tight is because we sit so much and the tissue has become dehydrated and compressed. So when we go to stretch it, it's a bit like, it's just really tight because we sit on it. Whereas if you were sitting on the floor, you have to keep moving your legs. Whereas when we sit on chairs, our legs just stay still for hours. You know, sit in a car, not really a car, but we're always sitting on the backs of our thighs and compressing them. Maybe that's why they're tight. Anything else this morning? Yes, I have my lefts and my rights on again. It's very exciting. I really like this. So come lie on your back. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. And let's just check out our leg first. So just stretch your right leg up and check where it goes to. You know, it could be over above your hip. It could be, your foot could be over above your face. Just check. Where is my leg naturally going to? If it's morning, this is always much harder than evening time. Okay? And bend your knee. And stretch the left leg up and just check. Where does my left leg land when I reach it up towards the ceiling? Just go, I hear you. And then lower it down. And then just feel the weight of your body and the sense of your bum, your pelvis, your lower back. Just see, how is all of this morning? Can you drop your breath down into your belly? So we're going to be using the breath a little bit more today, just really sinking into things and breathing down into our belly, down into our hips. So begin to sway your knees from side to side, and as you go, see if you can deepen your breath into your belly. Just continue that. It's that sense of connecting more of you into what's happening. As you move, can you get a sense that there's movement up into the shoulders a little bit from this movement, or even into your neck? The whole of you is connected, full stop. It is. You know, if you move your toes, something in your ear gets stretched. We just don't have the sensitivity to feel it, but it's happening. Like you're just one bag of goo moving around, and it's all connected. Sorry for calling you a bag of goo. So squeeze your right knee up onto your chest and just pull your right knee deeply down and just get a sense of your bum, your hip, your belly. And begin to deepen the breath into your belly so that you push the belly a little bit into your thigh. And then as you exhale, you feel your thigh sinking a bit deeper into your belly. And feel your shoulders soften as you exhale. So as you inhale, you deepen, you strengthen. And as you exhale, you're just softening and settling. You go a bit deeper, pull a bit more. Nice. Bring your foot to the floor. Nice. Other side. Draw the left knee up. Squeeze it in. How do you soften this? How do you settle this? Excuse me. I'm just feeling that. Every time you inhale, your belly pushes into your thigh. As you exhale, your thigh sinks into your belly. Nice. And then bring your foot to the floor. So do your pelvic tilt. So arch your lower back. My bum is on the floor, the back of my head and shoulders are on the floor, but the middle and the lower of my back is off the floor. And then flatten your lower back down. And as I flatten down, as I really pull backwards, there's a squeeze in my bum, and my bum is kind of, it's not off the floor, but it's lighter. So arch your lower back, and then flatten really down, squeeze your bum. How would you make this movement really about how the pelvis and bum pushes backwards and then lifts upwards? Just feel that. Flattening down and arching. And as you flatten down, maybe even squeeze through the front of your thighs a little bit and your inner thighs. As you arch, really push your bum down. So we're going really slowly and steadily. We're creating a plan, or we're connecting the dots to get to where we want to go. So arching and then flattening down. Squeeze deeply through your buttocks as you flatten. Really widen through the buttocks as you arch. Feel that. What's the biggest pelvic tilt that you can do here? Nice. So we're going to take those two movements and combine them. So squeeze your right knee up onto your chest and hold on to it. And now you're going to try and arch your lower back and then flatten your lower back down. And don't let your leg move away from you. So you're pulling your leg towards you as you arch and as you flatten down. And again, really feel the widening of the hips and then the squeezing of the buttocks. And notice how your chin lifts and then your chin tucks in. So your whole spine is moving right now. Let it move. Nice, change. Bring the left thigh up towards you. Pull it down towards you. Arch. Flatten down. When does your chin tuck in? And when does your chin lift? I'm arching the lower back and flattening down. Arching, flattening down. Nice. This time, stretch your right leg up. Hold on somewhere down the back of your thigh, your calf, your ankle, your foot. Don't be at the end of your range, so don't be struggling already. Be gentle with your leg, okay? Hold on, don't let your leg move away from you. Arch your lower back and flatten down. Now you're really going to start meeting the back of your bum, the base of your leg, the kind of the hamstrings. I just feel that, the achy. So the beauty of this is that we're not just moving our leg, we're moving the pelvis in relationship to the leg, and that's creating the stretch. And we're just feeling, movement is glorious for the leg. So arching and flattening. Feel that. Nice. Change legs. Hold on to the left leg. Let it be gentle, what you're pulling. And then arch, because it's going to get strong. Flattening down. Arch. Flattening down. And I'm really feeling the arch. I'm strong in my spine. Flattening down, and I'm squeezing my bum. There's a sense of action or engagement as I do this. Nice. Stretch both legs up. Hold on to both legs and then arch your lower back and then flattening down. How do your shoulders and your neck feel as you do this? What happens in the shoulders and your neck as you do this? Cool. Drop the left foot to the floor. Bring your right ankle to rest on top of the left knee. Brace your elbows into the floor and just begin to sway this shape from side to side. So as I sway towards the left, my foot comes down in the direction of the floor. The side of my left leg comes down. But as I sway towards the right, it's my left knee that is kind of traveling more because my right foot is pulling it. Just notice that it's like my legs fan. They become aligned with each other. Does that happen for you? Or is it a different shape that's happening in your body? And just rock. Nice. From here, lift the left foot off the floor, squeeze the left knee up towards you, and then tap the floor with your toes. Squeeze the left knee up towards you. Tap the floor. Squeeze and tap the floor. Nice. Bring your legs to a place. You can either bring your foot to the floor or you can keep your foot floating. I'm going to try that movement again. So arch your lower back and flattening down. Your knee should feel comfortable. Arch your lower back and flattening down. One more time. Arch and flattening down. Nice. Foot to the floor. Foot to the floor. Bring your left foot to the right knee, your ankle to the right knee, and then begin to sway. My elbows are strong. So as I travel towards the right, my left foot comes down, and as I travel towards the left, my right knee comes down. Just feel that. How do you travel one side to the other? What's happening in your waist, in your belly, in your hips, in your knees, in your feet? Nice. Lift the right foot off the floor, squeeze your knee up towards you. That's going to pull your left leg up, and then tap the floor and squeeze it up. Tap the floor, squeeze it up, and tap the floor. One more time, squeeze it up. And then find a place either with your foot on the floor or your foot floating. Arch into the lower back and flatten down. Arch, flatten down. One more time. Arch and flatten down. Bring both feet to the floor as wide as your mat. Reach your arms out to the side. Oh, nice. And then just glide your left knee up towards your right shoulder. And come all the way back. And then glide your right knee up towards your left shoulder. And just feel the movement into the shoulders as you do this. And notice what you're doing with your neck and allow a small movement that follows what's happening. So what does it naturally do? And let the naturally do happen. And so I've noticed in my body, one of the reasons why my neck is tight is because I'm not allowing the naturally do happen for some reason. I don't know why, actually. And so when I begin to feel my neck and include it in movements, and I allow the naturally do happen, it somehow changes how I map my neck, and I begin to trust that small movements actually are really natural through the neck and the shoulders and into the connections, and things begin to soften in my neck. So often it's not some huge movement that changes the tightness in my neck. It's just connecting it. Rather than it being separate, I'm just listening. What is the smallest natural movement my neck could make in response to the gliding? Nice. Cool, guys. Roll all the way over and come into your cat pose. So coming up. Hands are on the floor. I'm still minding my wrist, so my fist is on the floor. And then rounding your back. And arching your back. And again, as you round and arch, feel the kind of the fierceness of your sacrum as you really arch and widen into the sit bones. And then round and squeeze into the bum. So you're exaggerating the, the muscular engagement of the pelvis. And then at the same time, notice what the softest, smoothest movement of your neck can be. And at no stage is your neck uncomfortable. So you're really hearing that at some stage you begin to soften the movement. And it's like out to sea, there's huge waves. And then in at the shore, they're really small. So just feel that in your body. The pelvis is making massive waves. And then the wave is really small as it travels into your neck. Super cool. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Round your back, pause there. And just let your head hang. Draw your navel towards your spine. Nice. And then arch your back. And as you arch, you're going to meet something deep in your hip. You're going to meet the inner thigh, the hip, the buttock. Just stay there, arching. Nice. And then rock backwards and straighten out through your leg. And then rock forwards. Bend your knee as far forward as you can. Rock back. And then bend forward. Is your spine in neutral, or are you rounded, or are you arched? Or are you both? Make your spine a little bit more neutral as you do this. Nice. So the next time we travel back, we're going to stay back there. And the stretching of your leg will depend on the flexibility of your body. And then round your back. Arching your back will be tough here because you're going to meet the deep of your leg. Rounding your back. Arching. Here again, that your neck is moving really gently. Rounding your back. Arching. One more time. Rounding. Arching. Wow, that's really sore. Great. So left foot outside of your left hand. From here, round the back deeply. Pause there. Let your head hang. Really soften into the back of your neck. Nice. And then arch and pause there. Meet the deep of your thigh, the lower back, the pelvis. Keep breathing deeply down into your belly. Let your breath really sink down as you hold this. Nice. And then rock backwards. And rock forwards. Rock backwards. Rock forwards. One more time. Rock backwards. Rock forwards. Super cool. Next time you rock backwards, stay there. Round your back. And be gentle. Arch your back. You're going to meet deep structures as you arch. Round your back. Arch. One more time. Round your back. And arch. Nice. Bring your knees back together. Come sit on your bum. Legs are wide. Cool. So feet are as wide as feels comfortable for you. And then tuck your right foot in so your knee is bent. And then turn towards your right leg and hold on to your right calf, your right ankle, your right foot with your left hand. Tuck your right elbow in and then reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. And then slowly drop down towards the left. And then come back up again. I want to hold a little bit higher up my thigh with my left hand. See what's right for you. And I'm listening to the whole side of my neck, my rib cage, my shoulder, as I reach up long and then dive. If your right knee is sore, then just stretch your leg out long. And just feel it. Really lengthen up and dive. Where's your breath? Can you sink it down into your belly as you rise and drop? And then just pause there. Notice the belly, what's telling you about what's in your belly. Notice your legs, notice your neck, your shoulders, and come all the way back. Nice. Stretch your right leg long. Bend the left knee. So again, if your left knee is sore, then just leave it straight out. It's okay. Hold on to the left ankle with your right hand or somewhere on the left leg. Tuck your left elbow in, reach it up, and then dive. And back up. Dive. Can you drop your breath? Can you really lengthen and reach? And come back up. So just the moment before I go to reach, I re-engage the shoulder in my rib cage, and then I dive. Dive. Nice. One more time. Dive. Pause there. Find a place that you're resourced. If it's too strong, it's too strong. It's in the name of that tells you what's happening. It's like, what is the sweet spot? It's Goldilocks theory, not too strong, not too weak, just the sweet spot, not too hard, not too easy, just the sweet spot. You just want it that it's interesting and engaging, and slowly and progressively over time, things change. Whereas if you go too easy, you'll start getting bored. And if you go too hard, you'll get injured. So the Goldilocks rule. So bring the soles of your feet together and just hold on to your shins and just sit up tall. And then slowly just drop your ear really gently from side to side. And as you go, just feel. And so if you have a tight place in your body, often it's because you're not feeling it. Or you stopped feeling it and then it doesn't move much anymore. And so today, that idea of, if you have tight hamstrings, what you're trying to do is move the spine, move the lower back and belly and the pelvis. If you've tight neck, then include the movement of your neck in your awareness. So you're not stretching as such, you're just mobilizing right now. Like, how far can your ear drop down to one side? You're allowing your whole rib cage to melt a bit one way and then melt a bit the other way. Nice. Tuck your chin in. And then draw your chin forward and look up with your chin. And then tuck your chin in like you just dribbled on yourself. And then draw your chin forward and look up. Great. Tuck your chin in, look down. I was saying in one of the classes there recently, I'm always thinking of names for poses, like, what is this gesture? What does this mean? What is the meaning of movement? And this one was, did I dribble? And I just had such a giggling fit. It was so funny. It was very funny. Great. So come lie on your back. Just take a moment. You can stay there for a little bit longer than the class, which is always really nice because you have time. Or you can just take this minute and just rest. So I was thinking this morning, about my dear little old lady friend, Leisha Golding. She was 85 when she passed, but I remember going in when she was in her 70s and she was sitting in a dark room. And I was like, Leisha, why are you sitting in the dark? And she said, no, it's not dark yet. I'm still waiting. I'm holding off turning on the light as long as I can. And at the time, I thought she was mad. I was like, what is she talking about? And now it's just such a joy, that moment where I can turn off the light and still see the stuff in the kitchen. It's now around 6:30 that I can make my tea in the kitchen without light, which is just so exciting. And also in the evening, I really try and push out that moment that I'm not turning on the light. And I'm really acknowledging then that moment of dusk or dark in my life, rather than it just being continuously light. There's this like, there it is, I can see, I'm going to turn off the light. So see, can you see that moment when you can turn off the light a little bit earlier every day, or turn on the light a little bit earlier every evening? Nice. There's always these wonderful little interesting things that we can do, these games we play with the engagement of the world around us. It's very beautiful. So have an amazing day. It's this real misty, beautiful, still day here. Yeah, this morning. So I always go out in the morning and I sit outside with my first coffee and sitting out on the deck to navigate all the chicken poo and all this kind of stuff. And I was heading off a little bit deeper out. And so I turned on my light on my phone and I walked out with it. And there was this amazing, in the air, the mist was like all these tiny, tiny little drops floating in the air. It was so beautiful. I was so in awe of nature in that moment. So great, guys. Have a wonderful day. Great way to start it or end it if this is the end of your day. Bye.